Hello and Namaskar. I am Swami Om Prakash, and today I am here at Jyotisar Tirtha, and Jyotisar Tirtha is situated in Kurukshetra. As you know, Kurukshetra is very famous for the great war between Kauravas and Pandavas. You can say it Mahabharata war. And Jyotisar is the birthplace of Gita, is the most venerated place of Kurukshetra. It is believed to be the place where Krishna had delivered the eternal message of Bhagavad Gita to his great disciple Arjuna in the battlefield of Mahabharata. It is said that Adi Guru Shankaracharya, as you can see this temple, I want to show this temple to you, Adi Guru Shankaracharya Mandir. I said, it is said that Adi Guru Shankaracharya has identified this place during his sojourn to Himalayas around 1850 CE. You can also see Adi Guru Shankaracharya Mandir. This is the temple of Adi Guru Shankaracharya. And this is the banyan tree. This is the banyan tree. You can say this tree is almost 5,000 years old. When Lord Krishna delivering his messages to his great disciple Arjuna, that time this banyan tree was existed. This is that banyan tree. And after that, King of Kashmir constructed one Shiva temple. You can say Lakshmi Narayan Mandir, Durga Mata Mandir, Ganesh Mandir, Shiva Mandir, Hanuman Mandir. There are a lot more temples is here. Again, in 1924, King of Darbhanga I mean Bihar, King of Darbhanga raised a stone platform around the holy banyan tree. That is the stone. Within the tree. Within the tree. Which stands as a witness of Bhagavad Gita, the song Celestial. In 1967, Shankaracharya of Kanchi Kamkoti Pitha installed the Gita Upadesha chariot on the central platform and erected one temple of Adi Shankaracharya. As you are watching the Adi Guru Shankaracharya temple, this is made by Adi Shankaracharya. This tirth comprises temples and a beautiful tank. You can say, you can see this tank, this water tank, beautiful tank, which is attached to this temple and banyan tree, which is the witness of that Gita, Gyan, there is one question arises in my mind when I am watching this great place, this divine place. How can Adi Guru Shankaracharya recognize this place? Because of consciousness, because of his great consciousness. Otherwise, how can anyone understand any place which is related to Lord Krishna, which is related to Lord Rama, or etc., or anyone? If you do not have enough consciousness about your body, you cannot understand your body. If you do not have enough consciousness about your mentality, you cannot understand your mind. That's why I am asking, if you do not have enough consciousness about your whole journey of life, if you do not have the enough consciousness of the divinity, then you cannot understand, you cannot recognize any place, any person, anything. Osho, the great philosopher, Osho, the great sages of India, said in his discourse, you can listen whatever Krishna had delivered in the past 5,000 years back. It means you can listen, but how you can listen? If you want to listen that voice in this era, you should be, you should have a divine consciousness. Otherwise, it is not possible for anyone. Main thing is that what I am saying again and again, your consciousness and your consciousness decides what is related to you, what is related to anything, what is the truth. If you looking to search, if you looking the great truth, if you want to know the great truth, you should be enough conscious. You should become enough conscious. Then you can get anything. Thank you. Thank you for watching.